Okay, so I am here. However, I have some work that I have to finish up. I apologize that I am not on time. I made an attempt to run more than I should be able to run in one given day. So, trying to make a really big auction out of it, and it turns out that, I kind of messed up a little bit. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll get things going. Let's see here. I've got to finish up a few things before we can get moving. And I do apologize for that, but it is just part of the job. Let's see here. I got just a couple of more things that I have to finish before we can move on. I wanted to try making this a really good night for us. It turns out I just bit off too much to chew. But what I will do is slightly abbreviate some of the finer points of things. Get us into being able to do this. I'm known for making things too complicated. Overcomplicating the process. Ooh, it's raining really hard outside here. And they said it wasn't even supposed to rain this evening. Let's see. I've only got 4 more to finish, folks. 4 more to finish. I'm not actually here to try communicating with anyone right now. I just want to let you know that I am here. We are going to have a show tonight. Just that I'm a little bit late in getting things started. Some of these are not going to be quite as pretty as we want them to be, but life works sometimes, right? I'm working on getting the images done for the last 4 auction. It won't take very long. Hope everybody's had a good week. I had a good week. Even though it doesn't really look like it right now, I've gotten a lot done. I was able to get almost everyone's packages finished out and done. Most of you should have them by now. They were sent last week for the most part. They were sent between Wednesday and Friday of last week. I did send a few yesterday. It was a really big week for packing stuff, and that's one of the reasons why I decided not to try to have an auction or any reveals last week. I wanted to get caught up on everything because I felt very badly that I had not been able to get caught up on everything up to that point, and it was just too much to get done. I was trying to do too much stuff, and I decided, it's probably better that I simply not have the auction as to have another auction and put myself further behind. So that was a command decision, and I also made a decision to henceforth take the first week of every month to do the same, to get caught up, make sure everything's done, make sure I've got everything working right. I didn't want to keep going on a track of not being able to get things done when they needed to be done. So I've decided that the first week of every month is going to be a Chuck is off this week month, and we're only going to hold as many auctions as we can with the remaining Tuesdays of every month. So the first Tuesday of every month I will be off and not doing any auctions. And I had at first decided that it was going to be like an every other month thing. That I don't even think that's sufficient. I think I need it every month to get caught up. If I had the ability to get all of this stuff done and get everything finished out and get everybody shipped as it should be and all that, then I wouldn't be doing this, but I think it's necessary to sustain good business, to get people's packages in a timely manner. And when I can't do it with the workload that I've put on myself, it's definitely not due to laziness or anything to that effect. It's not because I don't have the items or I don't want to sell them. It's just because I got too much work for one person. And it's a matter of having to teach myself what I am and am not capable of doing inside of a given period of time. And that's why I decided to stop attempting to do so much and back off of that just a little bit. And I am down to 2 pictures left. Be just about ready here. And then I will throw them into the broadcast so that we can view them. And one everybody wants to see. Very last item for the evening is going to be a 1955 Doubleday Lincoln Cent. And I wanted to make sure that I got it in this show, because I wanted to get it in the show, and I could have skipped and decided, you know what, can't do it this week, but no excuses. It's going to be done. Here it is. Let me get this image finished up here. I'm pounding through this as quickly as I can just to get everything finished. I probably should have paid a little bit more attention to time and a little bit less attention to detail, but I'm not that type of person. I have to pay attention to detail because my brain tells me I have to. Now let's see where we're up to number 20, so I need to save them from 21 forward. And here in just a few minutes, you guys will be able to see what I've been working on. If you go to the coppercoins.com/auction page, these will be online very soon. Oh my God, Chuck, quit. You know how when you try to get things done too quickly, you end up doing it even slower because you mess up because you're trying to hit too many buttons at once or trying to do too much at once? That's what's going on here. Just a few left. Saving number 24. Saving number 25. Saving number 26. Saving number 27. I've been doing this for a little while. You'd think I'd be able to get it done faster. Here it is, class. 14 minutes in. Let me get these uploaded, and then I'll let you know. Okay, in just a moment, you should be able to see all of the new items up for auction for this week. Just about now. The next thing I have to do is get rid of last week's last week. Had some fun with that stuff. I wish it had been a little bit better, but turned out most of that was circulated coins. Get in here and add these files in, and we will be ready to go. Oh. Like I said again, try getting things done too fast, and it doesn't work. And do this again. There. Now they should be correct. That's what's going to be our first item. I needed to change settings. Manual. Sometimes you have to do things. Slideshow, and it'd be nice if these things would remember your settings. Another night. Not that. Okay. Everybody can see item number 1 there. And let me get everything set up so I can see everything that's going on. Well, I do still have a few people here, right? Yeah, 48 people watching. I didn't do that. Sometimes computers just love to do things all by themselves. Mine loves to. Okay. Get one more thing set up and I'll be ready to go. At least I know what to get set up, right? Okay. There we go. Okay, we're here. We're here. We're ready to go. Brian Allen, how you doing? Let's see. Who all is in here? Wow, it goes back quite a ways. Farm Dog, Scent Hoarder, Majestic Sounds of Coins, Coin Junkie, Misplaced Youper Girl, Steve C. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Let's see. Thomas Deck. Thomas Deck is in here. Paul Hampton, Paula Bloom, Shannon McCord, Robert Adams, Stone Cutter. How's everybody doing? Wild Bill. Looks like we've got all of our regulars. Brady. Well, most of our regulars. I see a couple that are still missing. Benjamin Marler. Are you guys already bidding on the first item? Got a 1909 VDB and MS64 Brown. Now, let me show you something about this particular item. Get my microscope working. All right. Now, as you can notice, if you look on the coppercoins.com/auction page, you will notice that a number of the coins tonight are certified. Try to focus in on this. Getting way too much light. Way too much light. Also focused way too close. Try to get this next level here. Go. You like the fluffy on the slab there? Here we go. Now you can see it. Here we have Doubleday obverse number 1 right there. Now that is not annotated on the slab. This is a cherry pick. And there's the doubling on the ERTY of Liberty. A little bit of doubling on the bow tie and other little areas, but most visible right there on the date. But you can see that we have, Copper Kingdom's in town. How you doing, buddy? Silver Nitrate, Cherie Ward. Got a lot of people here. So Copper Kingdom's got the high bid of $55. Now this one does have a reserve, and I just want to let you know that. But this is a very nice. I think I'm actually ready to work today here. This is a very nice, as you can see, a nice MS64 brown example of this double die. Now that I've shown you the double die up close, you can see it in the photograph here in this coin. Try to get back over and find my sheet here. Okay, so I'll bring it back up. Now, Tom Deck's up to $100 on this. We have an MS64 brown NGC example of this rare and elusive double die. It is an FS listed double die of FS1101. The first one means that it's a VDB coin, and the other 101 means it's the first double die obverse listed in the FS system. So 1101. We're up to $100 on this one. Can we get any higher? Akram, $120. SRS is out. Now, I've seen these things sell for anywhere between $250 and $300 in this condition. At $250 to $300 for a nice MS64 brown example of 1909 VDB DDO number 1 here. They don't come this way often, that's for sure. That's right, Majestic Sounds of Coins did get the opportunity to actually view this coin in person. And very few people have. Up to $140, $140 with Jim Fletcher right now. We're still a little ways off of the reserve set for this item. We are talking about a roughly $250 value coin here. Right now it's at $150 with Copper Kingdom. Copper Kingdom has it at $150 right now. Need just a little bit more before I can lift the reserve on this item. Up to 150, looking for any more interest. At 155, or looking for 155, maybe 160. $55, 160, looking for a 160. Give it another minute, then I'll have to pass on it. You know, sell it at 150. Looking for 155, 160. This is a $250 coin, people. I can't sell it for $100 below value. Give me a little levity here. You'll have to have it reholdered with the variety on it if you want the variety on the slab. Copper Kingdom bids 175. I appreciate it, sir. GOB comes in at 165. We're at 175 now. We're looking for 185. 175 looking for 185. $175 looking for 185. We can go ahead and start counting it down. Going once at 175 to Copper Kingdom. Going twice to Copper Kingdom at 175. Cherie, I have not sent the invoice yet. I do have your information. I got it today. I just haven't had a chance yet. I was getting ready for this auction, so I haven't had a chance to send your invoice. I will send it out to you. The Copper Kingdom gets this one at 175. I appreciate it. Thank you for your bids. Move on to the next item. Here we go. This is a 1940S Lincoln Cent Pcgs MS66 red. 1940S is not that easy to get. In a 66 red, this is a Pcgs 66 red coin. Start this one off at $24. Benjamin Marler comes in with a $24 bid. I'll get that to you later tonight, Cherie. I've got everything on a list. Joe McBride bids $30 on this one. So we have a $30 bid, now $31 from Benjamin Marler. And $40 from Jim Fletcher. Jim Fletcher comes in at $40. Raymond Longy, how you doing, brother? Jim Fletcher's got the high bid right now at $40. And Joe McBride back at $45. Because I do believe that look at coppercoins.com/auction, you will see a full list of everything that we have out there tonight. This is going to be minus the, it's going to be minus the roll reveals that we'll be doing. We will have roll reveals tonight too. Hello, Victoria. Okay, right now we've got Joe McBride at $45. If we've got no further interest at 45, maybe 46 or 50, we will have to go ahead and start counting it down. Looking for a bid of 46, got 45 looking for 46. Going once at 45. Looking for 46. Going once at 45 to Joe McBride at $45. Silver nitrate, there is no starting bid on those. We're going to let them run from the bottom. All right, sold to Joe McBride at $45. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your bid, sir. Let me move on to the next item. Next item we have here, will you take a look at that, Woody? Will you take a look at the toning on this coin? 1909 Pvt B Lincoln Cent. Beautiful toning, starting this one at $49. We got a bid of $50 out there. Benjamin Marler starts this one off at $50. Silver nitrate comes back at $55. And Paul Hampton, you'll see Benjamin Marler comes back at 60. Paul Hampton at 65. Silver nitrate 6 and 5 needs to go higher. Benjamin Marler comes back at 70. We're looking for 75. $70 bid, looking for 75 on this coin. The awesome colors on this coin. You can see them. It's just about every color in the rainbow is there. This is a nice NGC holder coin. Benjamin Marler at $70 currently. GOB bid 75. JOB at 75 is our current high bid. We're looking for 80. JOB at 75, looking for 80. But you just don't really even see them with this kind of color very often. Really nice. Benjamin Marler comes back at $80. Benjamin doesn't want to see it go away. Not for $80. Hey, Steve Elliott, you didn't miss a whole lot. We're just on the third item. GOB for $85. Benjamin Marler at plus 0. Oh, wait a minute, 90. Benjamin Marler bids 90. Doesn't want to see this get away. Yeah, no star. Seriously, no star. Should have one, that's for sure. Silver nitrate's out. Benjamin Marler's got the high bid of $90 right now. Looking for a bid of 95. Not going to break the wallet at 95. This is a very nice coin. Probably retail quite a bit higher than that. Going to go twice at Benjamin Marler at $90. Looking for a bid of 95. Requirements to get a star designation is above average. I appeal. Above average, I appeal. We'll get a coin starred at NGC. Who graded my coins? Well, you can see them in this slab right there in the center. This one's an NGC graded coin. It looks like Benjamin Marler picks this one off at $90. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much. And move us on to the next item. Next item is going to be a 1909 Pvt B Lincoln Cent. Now, this is the key date. It is the key issue. And this one is graded by Pcgs as an MS64 with faded mint red. I have annotated and updated my reserve on this item to reflect a grade that's much more conservative than this. However, we will need to see grades that are bids that are in, I guess, in line with what would generally be bid on a 63 brown, I would say, roughly 63 brown. We're talking about at least a $1,700 coin here. This one's at least $1,600 to $1,700. I've got a $1,800. $1,810 is the value for a 63 brown. As a 64 red, which was what this was graded as, it would have been over $2,500. But the fact that it's not red coin, it could still grade 64, but it is not a red coin. I would put its value at closer to $1,800. And at $1,800, this would be a good deal. So far, we're up to $560. Going to have to go for at least double that. Hidden's up to $775 on it. $775, we're looking for, I'm going to say, at least $1,600. Silver nitrate's at $950. Akram bids $600. Chuck Patilla bids $1,000. Thank you, Chuck. Getting a little closer. Unfortunately, once in a while, these coins are going to be outside of your league. I get that. I understand. It's outside my league. I couldn't afford just to buy this. This one's on consignment. It's for sale. Currently for bid. Where's Bulldog? I didn't see Bulldog. Bulldog in here? I didn't see Bulldog. You hiding yourself from me, brother? Here he is. Well, I don't know necessarily that something might have been on the coin that caused it to turn down in color after it was put in the holder, or whether Segs really just was that far off. I mean, the color that I captured in the camera is not quite what I would expect the coin to look like. If you just look at it in hand, it's a little bit nicer, a little bit more red than what this picture shows. Well, silver nitrate is out now. We have hidden numismatist at $1,225. At $1,225, we're looking for at least 1,600. 1,600 is where the reserve is currently set on this. Talk me into anything lower, and you might just get it. But 1,600 is where I have the reserve set, because I'm selling someone else's coin for them. In this particular case, I can't really do much lower than that. Even as a Mint State 63 brown coin, this would be $1,800. It has very nice detail, very sharp detail. The coin has very few flaws or marks on it. The holder is a bit scratched, and that's kind of what you're seeing in the dots and stuff that you see. That's all on the plastic. None of that is on the coin. The coin is actually in very nice condition. We have Copper Kingdom at $1,300. I am going to have to pull back the clutch on this one and coast for a while. I think we're going to have to make a pass on this unless someone can give me a $1,600 offer on this. Reserve is $1,600. These are known to be quite difficult to obtain in uncirculated grades. This is one of those coins. Really hard to find. Only 484,000 minted. $1909 Pvt B in MS63 brown is $1,630. In 63 red brown is $1,810. In the grade that this one is purported to be, would be a $2,720 coin. So this was bought at that level. Good thing I didn't buy it. I'll give it just another minute. If anybody wants to hit that reserve at 1,600, they can hit the reserve. Otherwise, I will pull the item. It will still be available at a later date should we have to pull it this time. We do have a lot more available tonight. It will probably be back up next week. I'll go ahead and I'll pull it down. Do I accept lungs as a payment? Huh. Well, maybe kidneys, but it would take 3. Okay, we'll move on, and we'll come back another day on this one. Here's a nice one. This is... Did I do that right? I went straight from 3 to 5. What happened to number 4? What is number 4 on my sheet? That is number 4. Did I... Oh, I missed another coin. Okay. Well, let's do it as number. Let's see, number 3 sold. That was number 3. That's number 4. Ah, that's what I did wrong. I didn't change the lot number. Okay, so this is number 5. Lot number 5 is a 1940 D Lincoln Cent from the Omaha Bank Hoard, graded PCGS MS66 red. The Omaha Bank Hoard was a large hoard of coins that was put together, some 320 rolls worth of coins put together, and they were kept in a bank vault in Omaha, Nebraska. They were purchased by Heritage, I believe in 2003, and a lot of them were graded with this pedigree on them, the Omaha Bank Hoard. Not that many of them remaining out there on the market to be sold, but this particular one I do happen to have at present. We're starting this one at $25. Anybody want to start this one off at $25? $25 for one of the original Omaha Bank Hoard coins. Joe McBride starts it at $25. Benjamin Marler comes back at $25. Then Stonecutter at $30. Hello, Mr. Dowdle. Stonecutter is currently at $30, and Benjamin bids $31. Aaron T. Barron comes back at $31. Then comes back at $32. $32. Aaron T. Barron is the high bidder. Joe McBride comes in at $33. Akram bids $40. Got this going at $40 right now. Pammy Jones comes in at $40. Already got Akram at $40. We'll need a bid of $41 to keep this one moving. Keep it up on the board. This is 28005. It's the 5th lot for the evening. Joe McBride is out at the $40 level. And Stonecutter comes in and bids $41. Then Pammy Jones at $42. Stonecutter at $43. Then Majestic bids $45. I like the pedigree on this coin. That Omaha Bank Hoard pedigree is something you're not going to see for very long after now. A lot of these coins have either been purchased and put in collections, they've been broken out and regraded. And when they take them out to regrade them, you can't put that Omaha Bank Hoard back on them. They have to be regraded within the holder in order for that to remain. You send these coins from PCGS over to NGC and have NGC grade the coins. The Omaha Bank Hoard part comes off because those pedigrees do not carry. You have to leave it in this holder for it to keep that pedigree. So Akram at a $46 bid currently has our high bid. Majestic comes back at $47. You can read about the Omaha Bank Hoard on the PCGS website. There's a decent amount of information about it. Hey, Cajun. Akram comes back at $50. Akram at $50, the Majestic at $55. Akram comes back at $60 to keep this one moving. There you go, Steven. Get it, guys. Sounds like me talking to my dog. Get it. Get it. $65. That majestic sounds of coins. Aaron T. Barron is registered. And Akram bids $75. Go up in bid amount, the bid amounts get bigger. And Majestic is out. Akram's at $75, and we're going once to Akram at $75. Bulldog says, hey to Cajun, but he didn't bother saying anything to me. It's sold to Akram Khatib at $75. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much for your bid. And thanks to everyone else who bid on this one. We'll move on to our next item. Here's our next item. Now, my picture of the obverse did not turn out very clear on this, but this is clearly a nice coin. It is a 1958D in Pcgs MS66 red. Now, before a number of these were graded over the past few years, this at one time was probably a $400 to $500 coin. We had a number of them graded because, well, a whole bunch of people went out and found rolls and opened up the rolls, and they got pretty decent grades out of them. So PCGS MS66 red coin is only about a $25 to $30 item at this point. I'm starting this one at $14. Benjamin Marler comes back with a $14 bid, and Akram Khatib bids $30. We have a $30 bid on this one. Ben Marler says he's out. Oh, I lost track of the lot numbers and I wasn't watching what people were saying. Hey, Bulldog. I like poking at people I like. Fun. All right. So we've got Akram Khatib out there at a $30 bid. We're going once to Akram at $30. Going twice to Akram at $30, looking for $31. And we're sold. Akram at $30. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. On to the next item up for bids. Next item is this 1956D. It's RPM number 19. Now it's an NX MS64 red. Find the coin here real quick. Oh, I'd lose my head if it weren't attached. So, this particular RPM, you can see it in the photo, but barely. So we're going to move over to the Dino Cam, because this is a really nice coin. We're going to start this off at $49, but let me show you what this looks like under the Dino Cam. Let me get it focused. Okay. As I turn this around, you're going to see kind of what looks like the tail end of a D in the tail of the 9 of the date. You see that line running underneath the 9 over by the upper left corner of the D. You're looking at it upside down, so it's actually the bottom right as you're looking at it, but you can see a line there. That line is another mint mark. Run it around to here. You can see the entire bottom of a second D right there in the bottom of the 9. Now this one is a very scarce repunch mint mark. It is listed by Konica, it is listed by Wexler, and it is listed by Coppercoins. They're very difficult to find an uncirculated grade. Can do about getting a little bit better light on this. Okay, there you can see a bottom of a D coming out of the bottom of the 9. That's right, this is one of 3 completely separated RPMs for the 1956 D date. You can see the bottom of the D right there at the bottom of the 9. I'm going to start this one at $49. It is a very scarce coin. Not going to see these very often. And this is the only one I have available for right now. Got Benjamin comes in at $49 and Silver Nitrate at $50. Silver Nitrate bids $50. Now we need $55 from Benjamin Marler. Now $55 looking for $60. $60 to Silver Nitrate. That's $60 looking for $65. $65 to Benjamin Marler. And we got $70 now to Silver Nitrate. He wants to give us a bid at $70. We got $65 to Benjamin Marler. $75 to Silver Nitrate. $75 to Silver Nitrate looking for $85. $75 to Silver Nitrate looking for $85. Okay, we've got a $80 bid from Benjamin Marler looking for 85. 80 looking for 85. Wouldn't it be awesome to find that in a roll reveal? I tell you what, the scarce ones really are scarce. You just don't find them very often. But I tell you what, when we do find them, it turns out that they are very, very seldom seen. That's exactly why. Scarce means scarce. Do I agree with the grade on this one? Yes, I do agree with the grade on this one. This is an NX MS64 red. 64 red coin. Let's go back over to the slideshow and take a look. It's a very clean looking coin. In fact, I might even go 65 on this. And it sold to Benjamin Marler at $80. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much for your bid. And thanks to everyone else who's bidding tonight. Move on to the next item. Look at this. This one's right down the Cuds RS alley. This is a 1990 major Cud, Atheist Cent. They call it an Atheist Cent because the "We Trust" part of the motto is gone. So it says "in God" and that's it. And so they call it an Atheist Cent for that reason. This one is graded MS66. Got that one started at $29. We got Stephen Elliott with a $30 bid. A $30 bid, and Steve Patet bids $35. Cent Hoarder needs to refresh because just a little late on the bidding there. We've got Steve at 30 and then Steve Patet at 35. Stonecutter at 40. Got Stonecutter at 40 now. Steve Elliott at 45. Steve Elliott bidding 45, then Steve Patet at 50. This is a superb error coin here. Missing probably about 10% of the obverse. Stonecutter bids 55. And you can see just opposite where that part is on the obverse, you are missing detail on the reverse. That's because there was no obverse die striking the obverse side to fill in the design on the reverse. So with that lack of pressure in that area, you just don't have any design there. That's what happened on the bottom of Cent on the reverse, because if you flip the coin directly over from the Cud, that's where you are. Steve Patet bid $60. You got a 1990 unicorn that's possibly part of the progression on this. That it is also very possible, I did want to mention that it is very possible for you to get a progression set of a particular Cud, because these things don't break all at once. They break in stages, and as they break, you get a little crack, and then you get a small break, and then you get a larger break, and then it gets larger and larger. Heck, by the time this was done, half the die could have been missing. And this may be the middle of a stage. No, that's not where the Hidden Numismatist asks if it wraps around to where the Cent is. No, that's just a lack of pressure. Because that piece of the die is missing on the obverse, a lack of pressure on the reverse kept that bottom of Cent from filling in properly. That's all that is. So Cuds RS has a $70 bid. Akram comes back at 80. Akram bids $80 on this one. I have to top him at 85. And for an $85 bid now. Akram, I also want you to know that I have been through your order. I've shipped most of your order to you, but none of the slabs were included. And you ordered about 6 slabs, and I only had 3 of them. So I owe you about $200 at this time. So you might want to take that into consideration while you're bidding, that I owe you about $200 right now. Going once to No, it's actually Cuds R Us at 85, and then Hidden comes in at 90. And Akram already, let's see, Akram comes in at 90, just past Hidden and Mismatist. Where's JOB? JOB's busy licking his wounds from an earlier missed auction bid. He's here. He's waving at you. He's just not bidding on this one. So Akram bids 95. Akram, can you give me a little heads up to let me know that you heard what I said and that you understood everything? Is that I owe you somewhere in the neighborhood of $175 to $200 right now because of a lack of stock that I had in an order that you placed. Basically, I had already sold some items that you paid me for, so I need to pay you back. So I can do that with part of your auction winnings this evening. Akram currently has a high bid on this one at $95. And Hidden says he's out. We can start counting this one down to Akram. Thank you, sir. Cudsy says he's poor. I'm sorry, Robert. Sold Akram at $95. Congratulations, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your bids. Thanks for making this a fun auction. All right, let me move on to the next item here. This is going to be item number 9. This is a 1936 Lincoln Cent MS67 red. It is the earliest MS67 red Lincoln Cent that I have. And I will point you to the reverse of this, where it appears there are some dark areas on the reverse up toward the top of the design. Those areas aren't actually dark. Those areas are actually very shiny, very reflective, like almost mirror shine. And the reason for that almost mirror shine is damage created on the die, probably by the arm that pushes the coins out of the way after they've been minted. That does not affect the design. I mean, that it doesn't affect the grade on the coin because, well, once the die has been altered in any way while it's pressing coins, that becomes a part of the die. It becomes part of the design that the die is minting with. So we have Majestic with a $100 bid on this one. Akram comes back with $120. Akram at $120 on this one. That's right. If you plan on bidding on anything this evening, you can go to coppercoins.com/auction and take a look at the entire list. But if you want to bid on anything, or if you want to be involved in the roll reveals that we have every week, you will have to be registered with us prior to making a purchase. The reason for that is because we need to know where we can send your invoice to so that you can pay for them. If we don't know where to send an invoice, we can't very well make any deals with you. So you'll have to register, and it's for free. You can register for free. You just send it to coppercoinspayments@gmail.com. All we need is your YouTube name, your PayPal email address, and your real name so that we can link the three together and know who you are. That's all it takes. Congratulations, Akram. Bid and got this one at $120. I appreciate it, sir. Move on to the next item. This is a 1936 also. This one's just one grade lower. This is an MS66 red. We're going to start this one under $20. Under $20. So for anyone who missed out on the bidding or had a little bit too rich for your blood on the last coin, well, here's one that's a lot cheaper and not a whole lot worse as far as grade is concerned. It's only one grade lower. Stonecutter bids 25 on this one. The cone comes in at 25. The Stonecutter is presently our winner at 25. The cone comes in at 26. The cone at 26 is our current high bidder. Tammy Jones at 28. Stonecutter bids 28 to keep this one moving. And Joe McBride bids 29. Aaron T. Barron bids 30. Stonecutter at 30, and then Stonecutter at 35. So Stonecutter has our current high bid at 35. Dacone, I need to let you know that you would have to be registered with us in order to bid, and I don't see you registered on my list. That's why I was being so quiet. I'm looking for where you are listed on here, and I don't see you listed at all. You'll have to register with us if you want to bid. So Pammy Jones bid 37, then Aaron T. Barron bid 39, then Stonecutter at 40. Stonecutter is our current high bidder at 40. You have Dacone's information, Jessica. Okay. You found 8 RPMs from the 58D roll that you bought from us. That's I think C must, because we have that die. We have that die in future listings, but I don't think it has been listed yet. Try to help you out with that. Akram's got a $45 bid out there. Pammy Jones is out, so 45 is our current high bidder. Stonecutter says he's out. So Stonecutter, Pammy Jones are out. Akram Khatib is our current high bidder at $45. Going twice to Akram at 45, looking for 46. And we're sold to Akram Khatib at $45. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much for your bid and everyone else. We move on to the next item here. This is item number 11. This is a 1947 Doubleday obverse. Now, it may not look quite as nice there as it will underneath the dyno scope, so let's move over to the dyno and take a good look at it at the dyno. We're going to start this one at $69. This is a very difficult double die to obtain. You see it there on We Trust. Starting this one off at $69. Look at the date. See the notching in the date? I used this particular die as an example for what a nice double die should look like. See there on the date, all the nice separation there. I flip it around this way to make that separation show up a little bit better. There you go. GOB bid $70 on this one. Get this one started off at $70. This one is easily a $90 to $100 coin. It does have a spot there in the center of the design. But the doubling is just wow nice. Really nice on this. Kudzaros bid 75 and JOB comes back at 80. JOB at $80 is our current high bidder on this one. Move back over to the full picture. As you can see what the coin looks like. The reverse on this one unfortunately doesn't have any doubling, but it is a very nice clean reverse. The obverse is where all the spotting is. JOB has a current high bid of $80 on this one. Dimas Omaha is going to do some coin roll hunting on some Cirque bank rolls this evening. Let's wish him well. That might be, Shannon. I'm not really sure. I can remember you having credit for at least one die. I'll look at my magic book here and figure out which one that was. Yeah, it's going to be 1957 D1MM40. Don't ever forget you. All right, so this one sold to JOB at $80. I appreciate that, sir. I almost hate letting this one go because these 47 double dice really are hard to find. Thanks, everyone, for your bids, and move on to the next item. Take a look at this one. Now, this isn't an off-brand holder. This Numis Trust Corporation is an off-brand holder. Now, once in a while, they get their grading pretty close, and this one is kind of close. But this one is graded MS65 red, and I would have to argue, even being colorblind, I can see this one isn't red. So please take that into consideration when you're bidding on this at an MS65 red level. I don't think this is a 65 red coin, but I did price it accordingly. This one's worth about $150 to $175 in this condition. Being worth $150 to $175 in this condition, starting it off at $95, I think is a great deal for you. 27D in MS64 brown is $150. An MS63 red brown is $134. An MS64 red brown is $175. We got a really nice strong strike, full detail, early die state coin. It has no real blemishes on it. The coin itself is very nice. It has pretty good luster. The color is toned down. It is muted quite a bit. Although it isn't your typical brown, it also isn't red, so I would probably call it a red-brown-ish coin. Let's start this one off at $95. Give it a minute for interest at $95, and then we'll move on. Silver Nitrate comes in with a $95 bid. I appreciate it, sir. Silver Nitrate at $95 on this. Akram Khatib comes in at $120. Akram at $120 now. He doesn't play around, does he? Akram at $120. We have any interest at $130. $130 would be where it would go to keep this one alive. $120 our current bid. Looking for $130. Going twice at $120 to Akram Khatib. Sold to Akram for $120. I appreciate it, sir. And thank you for your bid. Thank you, Silver Nitrate, for getting this one started. Move on to the next item here. Here's a 1955 double die. This is FS 101. Hang on a second. I had these in the back of the room photographing them right before I started this, and I didn't have one available to me at the time, but now I do. So we could put this coin on here. We could take a look at the doubling on it. This one here is a nice coin. It's a $35 start. Take a look at this here real quick. Let me get this in focus. You can see right there that there are two eyes. So it's a doubled eye. And the 1 and 9 of the date also has doubling. Joe McBride starts this one at $35. There's some nice doubling on the 1 and 9 of the date. We also have nice doubling on the eye. The entire eye is doubled. Not very many of them like this in the Lincoln Cent series. Bulldog comes in at $45 right before Stonecutter comes in at $40. So Bulldog's got this one at $45 so far. And then Stonecutter comes back in at $50. Wait, if I could talk clearly today. So Stonecutter at $50 is the current high bidder on this one. And Bulldog bids $55 to keep it going. These things are really sweet. They're really nice. If you don't have one already, you really need one for your collection because this is one of the nicest double dies in the 1950s. Of course, the 1955 double die supersedes this one by quite a bit, but this is still one of the nicer double dies for the 1950s. Stonecutter bid 60 on this one. With a bid of 60, we're looking for 65. We're going once at $60 to Stonecutter. Looking for a bid of 65. Going twice to Stonecutter with a bid of 65, and Copper Kingdom comes in at 70. Copper Kingdom at $70. That's our current bid on this item. Bulldog says, Stonecutter, I'm out. But Copper Kingdom isn't. And Stonecutter says he's out too, so Copper Kingdom is our sole bidder right now at $70. We're looking for a bid of 75. We're going once to Copper Kingdom at $70. And going twice to Copper Kingdom at $70, looking for a bid of 75. Sold to Copper Kingdom at $70. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you, all of you, for your bidding. Really nice coin. We're going to keep moving on. We got this one right here. It's a 1937 Philadelphia Lincoln Cent. This is an NGC 67 red coin. MS67 red by NGC. The marks that you see on what appear to be on the coin are not actually on the coin, these darker spots. Those darker spots are actually on the plastic. I'm going to start this one off at $60. This is at least a $90 coin in the condition it's in. We started off at $60. Got a bid at $60. Yeah, you missed the 47 DDO Copper Kingdom. It's already gone. That was 2 coins ago. How'd you miss it? 2 or 3 coins ago. We got Outcrom coming in at $65 to place a bid on this. 28014 1937 Lincoln Cent and 67 red. Aaron T. Baron comes in at $70. $70 to come on top of this and get this one. Keep it moving. Got a $70 bid looking for 75. Got a $70 bid looking for 75 on this 1937 Lincoln Cent and NGC 67 red. And Outcrom bid 75. Outcrom at $75 on this particular coin. Going once to Outcrom at $75, looking for a bid of $80. Going twice now at 75, looking for 80. And we're sold to Outcrom Khatib at $75. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much for your bid. And look at this. We got a 1937D Lincoln Cent and 66 red, and this one's under $20 to start. $1937D for under $20. Anybody needing one of these on their collection need to jump on this. Farm Dog at 20 and Cuds RS at 25. So Cuds RS is currently high bidder at $25. And Hidden Numismatus at 26 and Stonecutter at 35. Stonecutter at $35. Got a few bids, came in a little late after him. Paul Hampton at $40. Paul Hampton's currently at $40 and Hidden at $41. Hidden's bid at $41 is our top bid. And Stonecutter bid $45. Right before Outcrom got a bid in at $45. Stonecutter's bid of $45 is our current high bid. And Hawkeye bids 50. Hawkeye at 50 is our current high bidder. And then Akram comes in at 55. I tell you what, let me stop the bidding on this. We'll stop the bidding cold where it stands. Let me take a look at on just a second. I do a couple of quick shuffles here. I do have 4 of these. I have 4 of these. I can offer them to our 4 highest bidders at $45 a piece. Our 4 highest bidders were Stonecutter, Akram, Hawkeye, and Hidden Numismatist. I can offer these at $45 a piece to the 4 of you. Stonecutter will take 1. Akram will take 1 because he was our highest bidder. Hawkeye will take 1. And I'm looking for Hidden, whether or not you want one, brother. Your highest bid was 41. I can let it go for 45. Hidden's over a big tease. We'll tell Hidden to come back and pay attention to what he's doing. Okay, Copper Kingdom, it'll be yours if Hidden doesn't take it. So we'll wait for Hidden to come back. We'll let him know. The Copper Kingdom guessed it otherwise, and we're going to move on to the next item. I appreciate it. Thank you very much to all of you. Hidden Numismatist, there you are. You offered $41 for one of these, and I had 4 of them, but I can offer them at $45. If you want it at $45, I can give it to you at $45. Otherwise, I'll let Copper Kingdom have it. Okay, you'll pass, so Copper Kingdom will take it. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And let's move on to the next item. This is going to be number 16. It's a 1942 D Lincoln Cent and GCMS 66 red. We're going to start this one at $18. I'll let him go. He spent money before. He's just passing this time. Even though it was only $4, and people spend more than that on a coffee these days. It's up to him. Hey, Joe McBride started us off at $20, and then Stonecutter came in at $25. So Stonecutter is our high bidder right now at $25. Akram is behind him with a $25 bid, and Hawkeye is a little late with a $22 bid. Unfortunately, this one is the only one of these I do have. Bulldog runs $27 on this to make sure he gets it. Bulldog's at $27, our high bidder currently, and Stonecutter comes in at $30. Stonecutter at $30 on this 1942 D NGCMS 66 red coin. Stonecutter at $30 is our current high bidder. This is item number 16. Akram comes in at $32. Akram at $32. is our current high bidder. Bulldog says he's out. Thank you very much. Stonecutter says he's out. Hawkeye bids $1 short and a day late. Akram at $32 is our current high bidder. No further interest. We'll go ahead and start counting it down. At $32, Akram Khatib is our high bidder. Looking for 33. $32 bid, looking for 33. Auction list. Here, I'll put it up there. There you go. Just go there. Sold Akram for $32. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir. Moving right along to our next item. Next item is right here, 1972 DDO number 1 in roughly an MS63 red-brown coin. We're going to start this one off at the bare bottom. We're going to start this one with nothing for the starting bid. We do have a reserve on this item. You know that. Steve Patet starts it at $100. Steve Patet at $100 is our start on this one. Let you know these things are extremely scarce. There aren't very many of them out there. Most of the ones that are out there are already graded, and this one's not, so it gives you a good opportunity to get in on the bottom floor. Steve comes in at $130. $130 is our current high bid. Akram comes in at $150. And Steve Patet at $175. And with that, we're just about $100 below what I paid for it. This one in this particular condition is worth anywhere between $325 and $350. That's its current value. $325 to $350. I'm going to call this one now at $200 for Copper Kingdom. Copper Kingdom at $200. Our current high bid. How often do you see coins like this just available up for auction? Akram comes in at $230. Silver Nitrate tries it at $210 and then goes $240. Silver Nitrate's $240. That's our current high bid at $240. Akram at $250, and then Copper Kingdom comes in at $250. Silver Nitrate at $275 is going to pull off the reserve on this one. I had the reserve set at $325. Copper Kingdom can do $300. $300 is our current high bid. Silver Nitrate at $310. I appreciate it. Hello, Kevin Speaks. Hidden Numismatist at $320 and Silver Nitrate at $325. At this point, we need $10 increments on the bidding. $10 increments on the bidding at a minimum. So we got a $320 bid looking for $330. We got a $340 bid from Copper Kingdom. And $350 from Silver Nitrate. Silver Nitrate comes in first at $350. Then Akram Khatib comes in straight after him at $350. Nothing idiot about it. It's all fine. Everybody has their day. Sometimes you're the bug and sometimes you're the windshield. Right? $350 Silver Nitrate, our current high bidder. No further interest in moving this on. We can start counting it down. Absolutely not an idiot, that's for sure. Okay, Copper Kingdom comes in with a $360 bid. Akram at $355. Have to remember that we're doing $10 increments at this point. So Copper Kingdom's at $360 is our current high bid. Outcrom at $375. Outcrom comes in at $375. Looking for a bid of $385. Stephen Elliott, what could be a better place than being right here at Coppercoins Auctions? I mean, I think you're in the best place you can be, right? Silver Nitrate says he's out. Copper Kingdom says he's out. And Outcrom's got this one going at $375. Going twice. Outcrom at $375. We have a new winner. Akram Khatib at $375. Congratulations and thank you very much for your bid and for everyone else's bids out there. Having a pretty wild evening here, isn't it? Let's take a look at the next coin. The next one's also a scarcity. Here's a 1970s small date proof. Everybody wants their small dates, but nobody ever thinks of the proof. Well, this is a proof cent. 1970s small date proof. We're going to start this one at $1. We had some people win some 1970s small date proofs by purchasing them for, what was it, $2 or something like that. We had a proof roll reveal. Ended up doing 2 rolls of 1970s proof, and we ended up with 2 1970s small dates out of there. We got hidden at a $25 bid presently. Stonecutter started at $20 and hidden at $25. Dacone at $30. Joe McBride tries $30 right after Dacone. The hidden Amispetus comes in at $40. A $40 high bid right now. And Stonecutter bids $50 and takes the reserve down on this one. Dacone's a little discombobulated. Can't seem to get the bid in at the right time to be the next one to get the high bid. Stonecutter at $50. Mike Birchman comes in at $50. Stonecutter still got the high bid at $50. Now Mike Birchman at $55. $55 a current high bid. Mike Birchman. And Stephen Elliott gets a $60 bid, and Dacone once again is 1 bid behind. Stephen Elliott's current high bid at $60. Stonecutter comes in at $70. Stonecutter at $70. Dacone is out. Thank you for your bid, sir. Stonecutter at $70 is our current high bidder. I give Ryan an E for effort on that. Unfortunately, it's not worth a whole lot. That and $1 will get you a cup of coffee. But definitely not at Starbucks. Going twice on this one. Going twice, Stonecutter at $70. Steve Elliott is out. We're sold to we are sold to Stonecutter at $70. Another nice coin goes to Stonecutter. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your bids, everyone. We'll move on to the next item. Here we go. Now, this came out of the roll of 1944D that I submitted almost the entire roll because it was flashy, beautiful. This coin right here, if you see those colors on this coin, those colors are actually really close to accurate for exactly what this coin looks like. Got toning all over it. A very, very bright, flashy, beautiful coin, but they graded it red-brown. Being graded red-brown is the kiss of death from NGC because a 67 red coin is at least a $50, $60 coin. MS67 red-brown is worth about half that. So this one's about a $30, $35 coin, but not paying attention to the grade itself. You just look at the coin. This coin is absolutely fantastic. Got really bright, flashy luster throughout. It just the color was toned down a little bit too far for them to want to call it a red coin. It's because of the toned color of the coin that they give it a red-brown grade. But I think it's absolutely wonderful. It's a beautiful coin. It is 1 coin shy of being the best 1944D I've ever seen. that is an RB coin. So Bulldog gives us a $30 bid to get this one started. It is delicious. It is a very, very flashy coin. It's a very bright coin. Just NGC didn't quite like the color enough to give it a full red. And they saw about 40 of these together, so they know that there's nothing fishy about the color. They know that that color came on that roll. There's a $30 bid to Bulldog going once. NT Baron comes back at $31, so we got a $31 bid currently as our high bid. Akram bids $35. You guys know quality when you see it. That's definitely a nice, nice coin. One little mark on the cheek and one little mark between the wheats on the reverse. Between the wheat stems. Man, other than that, it's just about a completely mark-free coin. Bulldog's out at 35. Akram's got this one at 35 so far. Thank you very much for your bid, sir. So it's at 35, looking for 36 to Aaron. We're going twice at 35. Can't hold on for long. We're sold to Akram at $35. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much for your bids. Let me move us on to the next coin. Check this out. This is a 1969S Lincoln Cent struck through a late-stage die cap. You can barely read the date and mint mark on there, but it is a 1969S. It's a nice uncirculated coin. We're going to start this one off at $16, but we've already got a bid of $20 started out there. Stephen Elliott's got a bid of $20 on there. This is a very nice error coin. You don't see these very often, especially in this grade. It's a solid brown coin, but it's uncirculated. It's really nice. GOB at $30. GOB has a $30 bid out there. And Hidden and Stonecutter come in a little bit late. Hidden comes back with a $31 bid. So Hidden's our high bidder right now at $31. And Stonecutter at 32. Paul Hampton comes in at 32, just a little bit late. Pammy Jones at 35. You've got a Steely like this, JOB? Wow. Steelies can be really, really valuable. Hidden and Mispetis comes in at $36 and Bulldog at $37. $37 is our current high bid, looking for $38. $37 bid looking for $38. We do have $38 from Paul Hampton. And we get $45 from JOB. JOB's $45 bid is our current high bid. Stonecutter is out. Pammy Jones is out. Thank you very much. Akram current high bid is $45. JOB at $45, looking for $46. Paul Hampton is out. Bulldog is out. Akram comes back at $50. Akram is a guy to beat right now. $50 is our current high bid. Silver nitrate, you can't get machine doubling on a coin that is this mushy. This was definitely struck through a late stage die cap. Machine doubling still has sharp details everywhere. This one looks like it was struck through something, and that is a late stage die cap. GLB at $55. GLB $55 is our current high bidder. See, Hidden has it right. I'm just an educated, dumb, ignorant. JEDI. Just an educated. What would that be? Just an educated, damned intermediate. I sold a GLB at $55. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. It was a joke. Yeah, after the hammer drop might have been better. But I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for your bids and for your comments. And move on to a 1996 Lincoln Cent. A nice, bright, shiny, uncirculated coin. It's a nice, bright red coin. It does have a spot on the reverse, but this one is a good 10 to 15% off center. Off centers from the 90s with a date are actually kind of scarce. They're kind of tough to come by. This is one of those coins that is rather tough to come by. Ignoramus, okay. Got a $10 bid from Paul Hampton, $6 from Hidden Mispetist, and then Paul Hampton follows up with a $10 bid. We got a $10 bid. Am I working on my stand-up? No, I'm working on sitting down. Pammy Jones at 15, then Bulldog at 25. Bulldog has a $25 bid out there on this one as our current high bid. Yeah, no, not my stand-up. I'm not much of a comedian, that's for sure. Akram at $12. Akram at $12 is half of our current bid, brother. Current bid's $25 through Bulldog. Might want to refresh to be sure that you're on the latest and greatest. Paul Hampton is out. We appreciate it, sir. Bulldog really wants to get this one. Bulldog's willing to fight to the bashing brains out for this one. Jessica says going once to Bulldog at 25. We're looking for 26. $25 bid looking for 26. Last call on this one. Akram bids $30. $30 to Akram. And our Marine has been outbid at $30. We're looking for 31. $30 high bid looking for 31. Amy Jones at $38, $28, just a little bit behind. $2 short of our current high bid at $30. We're looking for 31. $30 looking for $31. Akram is our current high bidder. We can start counting it down. Going once to Akram at $30 looking for 31. Bulldog bids $31 as the going starts going. So Bulldog gets this one at $31 so far. Looking for 32. Got a $31 bid looking for 32. Going twice to Bulldog at $31. And Akram bids 32. Akram at $32. Current high bidder at $32. Akram. Bulldog says he's out. Akram is our only bidder right now at $32. Looking for 33. Keep this one alive. Going once to Akram at $32. Going twice to Akram at $32. Anyone else come in at 33? Last call, sold to Akram at $32. Here's our next one. Now, this one's truly amazing. Here's a 1945 Lincoln Cent that's uncirculated, and it's broad-struck. This thing's about the size of a nickel, if not even larger than a nickel. These are not only scarce to find from the 1940s, but they're extremely scarce when they're uncirculated. And this one is uncirculated. It's a very nice coin. The 1945 Philadelphia Lincoln Cent starting bid at $1 on this one. We do have a reserve set on this. There is a reserve set on this one, but we've got Shannon McCord starting this one off at $30, Hidden at $31, and Stephen Elliott at $40. Stephen Elliott at $40. These things are extremely scarce, folks. Very, very scarce to find a coin this old in this condition. Broad-struck as much as this one is. This one's easily the size of a nickel. Shannon McCord bids $50. $50 to keep this one moving. We're talking about a coin that's worth pretty close to $125. And Shannon bid $60 on this one. Shannon McCord, $60 bid is our current high bidder. We're looking for $65. Stephen Elliott at $65. Stephen Elliott at $65, now looking for $70. Two of them fully toned, huh? Very nice. Shannon McCord at $70. $70 is our current high bid. We're looking for 75. Stephen Elliott gives us a $75 bid. $75 is getting closer to its actual value. $75 is Stephen Elliott. Looking for 80. They are scarce. They're very scarce. Very difficult to come by. Flip planchets are pretty easy to find. Broad structs are very difficult. And when they're uncirculated, they're even more difficult. Okay, Shannon's out. Stephen Elliott's bid of $75 stands as our current high bid. Start counting it down. We'll go ahead and drop the reserve. Reserve was at 90. Stephen Elliott at 75 is close enough. Got a reserve of 90 on a $120 coin. Stephen Elliott at $75 is our current high bidder. We can go ahead and start counting it down. Stephen Elliott at $75 going once. We're looking for a bid of $80. Going twice at 75. And we're sold to Stephen Elliott, $75. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your bid, sir. Now, just for the interest factor, I got one more item before we go to a break. This one more item, the picture didn't turn out the best in the world, but just imagine you've got 3 proof coins that make up an entire proof typeset of the Queen Elizabeth 1 cent coins from 1953 all the way through 1982. So this represents the designs used on all of the coins from 53 to 82. You've got the young head with the maple leaf reverse. You've got the older head with the maple leaf reverse. And then you've got the older head with the dove reverse that was used for the centennial of 1967. We're going to start these at $2. Paul Hampton pops right out with a $10 bid. Joe McBride at $13. We have a 1964, a 1965, and a 1967. Get those 3 coins in this set. Wild Bill bids at 15, Pammy Jones at 20. Paul Hampton comes in at 15, then comes back in at 18, then 25. Paul Hampton at $25 is our current high bid. Wild Bill's out. Joe McBride is out. Thank you, guys. I tell you what, let's go ahead and stop bidding here. Stop bidding. Thank you, Mike Birchman, Copper Kingdom, and Paul Hampton. We'll stop bidding now. We're at a point now where I can offer. How many of these do I have? I believe I've got 10 of these. I think I built 10 of these. Yeah, I have 10 of these sets. I have 10 of these sets, and I can start with our highest bidder and work my way back on these 10 sets and offer them at $10 per set. 10 total sets, and I'm offering them at $10 per set. So Paul Hampton, Copper Kingdom, if you guys hear your name, just say bin. So Copper Kingdom, Paul Hampton, Mike Birchman, Stonecutter, Pammy Jones, Wild Bill, Joe McBride, okay. So there's Copper Kingdom, Paul Hampton, Stonecutter, Mike Birchman, Wild Bill, Joe McBride, and Pammy Jones. Copper Kingdom says he'll take 2 if we have them left. We'll see what kind of interest we have at the end. So far, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's Shannon McCord. Shannon McCord says he'll take 1. And Midnight Silver Run will take 1. And is that everything? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should have been 10. Paul Hampton. We've got Paul Hampton, Stonecutter, Mike Birchman, Wild Bill, Joe McBride. Joe McBride should have been in there for one of those. Okay, let's work it in this order. Started with the top first. We've got Copper Kingdom, Paul Hampton, Stonecutter, Mike Birchman. You've got Steve Elliott. No, never mind. Paul Hampton, Copper Kingdom, Mike Birchman, Stonecutter. You got Wild Bill, Joe McBride, Pammy Jones, Shannon McCord. You're missing Joe McBride. Okay, got Joe McBride. Sorry. Joe McBride, Pammy Jones, Shannon McCord, Midnight Silver Run. That's it. That's all of them. That's all I've got, folks. Sorry. Can't give any more out tonight. I may be able to come up with something a little bit later on, but right now that's all I've got. And so, with that having been said, and I appreciate everyone's bins on those. With that having been said, we're going to go ahead and take a break. I'll give you guys about a 10-minute break, 5 to 10-minute break, and then we're going to come back and finish things off. We've got, I don't know, what do we have? We've got a few roll reveals coming up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. We've got 8 more auction lots from roll reveals. Make sure you go over to coppercoins.com/auction to see where we are right now. We're on lot number 23. So if you look from 24 through 30, you'll be able to see the remaining lots that we have. I'm doing great, Hidden. Hi, Blue Sandy. How are you doing? All right, a little short break. I do have that obligatory little section that we have to go through called the commercial break. Let me go ahead and get you guys
best in online
auctions
break. Just got better. Now you can enjoy Coin Night live auctions twice weekly with the addition of CNLA Weekend Edition with your host, Jessica Johnson. All the same excitement and the same great deals with a new host and at a new time. Come join in the fun this weekend. Be sure to check out and subscribe to Mantic Coins on YouTube, where host Shay Hoffmaster takes you through a fun-filled tour through numismatics to include coin auctions, educational videos, live roll hunts, and much more. Come join in the educational fun with Shay. Search Mantic Coins on YouTube and subscribe today.
And that's all for that. New Marshall, you did not get in on that last group. And we had 10 people call for them before I was able to get to you. Blue Sandy, we're doing just fine. I did get a package out to you earlier this week. I think it was, either Saturday or Monday when I sent yours out. Kevin Speaks, I'll be watching for your email. A great voiceover person. I hope so, because I'm trying to get these commercial spots sold. I'm trying to do 9 commercial spots per show, because the shows are about 2 hours long, and I want to at least do 3 commercial breaks per show. But right now, I just don't have the don't have the interest in making these commercials so far. No, they're not easy to do, that's for sure. But I actually do all the graphics, the photography, the videography, and everything else, and I produce and direct and voiceover. I also take the trash out and do the windows. So I do pretty much everything where it comes to these commercials. Go ahead and give another couple of minutes to anyone who happens to be out for the moment grabbing a snack or otherwise. You got any questions for the, I guess the Lincoln Cent curmudgeon? And give a shot. Adam Chambers, how you doing, buddy? No, I don't take my stickers off. I don't know why that sticker's still on there. I don't ever send any of my cups. This is my Steelers cup that I got from my people for Christmas. I don't send them through the dishwasher because I don't want them to get messed up. This is a 100th anniversary of the NFL. Too bad Steelers didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but at least the Chiefs did, and the Chiefs are a pretty decent team. Shield sent Doubledays in future auctions. Well, I tell you what, I could certainly make sure that is arranged. I certainly can make sure that's arranged. Well, as soon as Penny Parent gets done, comes back, here she is. Somebody send a PM to Jessica Johnson on Facebook so she can have her messenger up. Is there a die clash in Shield Sense? Yes. There are a number of decent die clashes known as Shield Sense. And in fact, since the letters of Pluribus Unum on the shield are actually incuse in the design, they're actually raised when you have a clash. So you see them backwards, but they're raised in the field behind Lincoln's neck and throat. It's really cool looking. Your email was about the Super Bowl. Okay. I appreciate it, Mr. Speaks. Man of his word. Yes, remember to be sure to change your chat to live chat in case you're on the top chat. Go look up at the top of where the chat is, where you're reading right now. And if it says top chat up there, there's a little down triangle next to it. You can click on that. Click live chat. Make sure you're on live chat because that's the only way you're going to see everything. My favorite book to learn about this hobby. Well, I mean, I don't mean to sound self-absorbed, but the book I wrote is the best book I've ever had on the subject because I wrote what I wanted to read. And it's called Looking Through Lincoln Cents, the second edition. It's a chronology of the series. I don't have any books available. They are available on Amazon and through some other choice retail outlets. I can check up on some of the retail outlets that they have been sold to in the past and see if they still happen to have any of them. The auction list I have stops at lot 30 as well. I can do that, Akram, no problem. Yeah, I put the title in the chat. Looking Through Lincoln Cents. That's the name of the book. It's about 320 pages. 315, 320 pages, somewhere in there. I don't have an image of it up right now, but if you go to coppercoins.com, you'll see an image of the cover of the book. The blue cover. Okay, Jessica's back and we're ready to start going. If you'd like one of those short lists, it's on my homepage. I'm going to work on trying to get more of those printed. I actually have to lay that entire file out again because they were on a computer that I lost. I didn't lose the computer, I just lost the drive on the computer. When I lost the drive on the computer, so did that file. And so now I have to rebuild it from scratch, which takes about a week and a half. And I'm looking for the time off to be able to do that. But as soon as I can, I'll let you know, and I'll put them back up here for sale. It looks as though that there's plenty of people there who would like to have one. So I'll make sure that I try doing this over the next week or so. I'll try to put some together. Yes, lot 28025 is the RPM number 16. It's Connect RPM number 16. It's a ANAC certified coin. On that note, let me go ahead and switch over to our slideshow and keep moving. I appreciate everyone's bid on the previous item. Let's move on to the next item. We are getting started again. This will be lot 24. Lot 24 is a 1944 S Lincoln Wheat Cent. It's an NGC MS67 reg coin. It barely has a mark on it. I mean, that's a beautiful, beautiful coin. And given that it's in the shell case cent era, it has that little bit of an orange color with a little bit of muting on the toning. That's very common for 1944 S Lincoln Cents. These are made from naval shell cases that came back from World War II and were melted down to make Lincoln Cents out of them. So this is a very historic year for Lincoln Cents. I'm going to start this one off at $45. It's an NGC MS67 red. Very, very high grade coin. Starting bid on this is $45. And we have Aaron T. Barron comes in at $50. Aaron starts this one off at $50. Hawkeye in at $45. You're just $5 behind the high bid right now. Akram bids at $50. Aaron still has the high bid at $50. Hawkeye at 55, then Akram follows behind at 55. And Aaron bids 56. Now from $50 up, we got a minimum of $5 increment. So from the $55 bid, we'd have to go to 60. So Hawkeye's $55 bid is our current high bid. We don't have a valid bid thereafter yet. Next one would have to be $60. Akram bids $60. But let me do this. I'm going to stop the bidding at that Akram Khatib bid of $60. The reason I'm going to do that is because I have 3 of these that I can offer at $50 a piece. Now I'm going to offer them at $50 a piece to the 3 highest bidders that I've got so far. And the 3 highest, well, the 3 highest legal bids that I have so far, which would be Akram, Hawkeye, and Aaron. Akram, Hawkeye, and Aaron. You guys just say bin if you want to get one of these at $50. Sorry, Midnight. Yeah, throw yourself at the mercy of the court. Hawkeye will take one, Aaron takes one, and Akram takes one, so all 3 of them get theirs at $50. I appreciate it. Sorry, Midnight. Now, so I'm going to pull this back on me, and I want to show you something. I got this little bag right here. This little guy right here. This is a sealed Fed Reserve bag of Lincoln Cents. And this was sealed who knows when. The only thing that we do know is that the bag belongs to the Treasurer of the United States in Washington, D.C., and it has a zip code on it. That's what the 20220 is. So because it has a zip code and because it says return to the Treasurer of the U.S. in Washington, D.C., and because it is Lincoln Cents inside, you can feel the size of them, we're going to assume this bag is full of Lincoln Cents post-1967 because that's when zip code started. We're going to do a reveal on this. This is lead sealed. It is originally sealed by the Fed. So these are Fed Reserve sealed coins. There's a $5 face value to what's in this bag. And so the reveal that we're going to do on these is going to be reveal number 73. This is reveal number 73. And I'm not going to call a limit on this under 10 coins. So I'll just do a 10 coin limit. And these are going to be $2 per coin. Reason for $2 per coin is because every single one of the bags of these that I have heard of before were 1972 Philadelphia. Given that this is probably a 1972 Philadelphia bag, we're going to call this as probably a 1972 Philadelphia, with the possibility of double dies in here. So it's a 10 coin limit, and at $2 per coin. And I'm going to, wait a minute, Copper Kingdom, wait a minute. You have to wait for me. The only way I can do this fairly is to tell you guys when to start. So there we go. 10 coin limit at $2 per coin. Probably 1972p. We got a whole list of people getting started up on this. I mean, a bag, there's 500 to a bag. There's 500 coins in the bag. It's a $5 face value bag. Actually, if this particular one, the seal happens to be directly over the dollar amount, but it does say $5 face value underneath that seal. I don't know what condition the coins are on the inside. I have no idea, but I do know that they only put uncirculated coins in these, and that all of the bags that I have been made aware to so far have been 1972 or 1971. As Eric Beyer says, the assay office did these in 1971 as well. So 1971, there's 4 or 5 different nice double die obverses known for that. 1972, there's a whole slew of them. So not giving the bag away on this one. The bag goes back to the original owner of this bag who sold it to me. He told me I could buy the contents, but he wouldn't sell me the bag. So he's getting the bag back. We started with JLB at 5. Chuck Patillo gets 10. Silver Nitrate gets 10. Paul Hampton gets 10. Levels of Madness gets 10. So, Eric, you need to let me know how to pronounce your name. It's been bothering me. I don't know if it's Bayer or Beyer. I know it's B-E-Y-E-R, but that could be pronounced Bayer or Beyer. Generally, if it's a German name and it was Bayer, it would be pronounced like the aspirin, or it would be spelled like the aspirin, B-A-Y-E-R. So I think it's Beyer, like you buy something, but it may not be. So let me know the proper pronunciation of your name. Like Beyer. Okay, got it. Okay, JLB wants 5 more. JLB can have his 10. Paul Hampton for 10. Levels of Madness for 10. Eric Beyer for 10. Jim Fletcher gets 10. And again, like with the other bag reveals that I've done in the past, what we're going to do is we're going to open the bag live on camera. And I'm going to have all of your names with the number of coins that you get on a card. When I pull that card, you'll get all of your coins right up there up front at one time. So if you get 10 coins, you'll get 10 coins all successive in a row. Because this is not in a wrapper, it doesn't really matter because the coins have been stirred around for however many years they've been in this bag. It doesn't make any difference what order you get the coins in. So we'll do it a rather simple way where each person will get one card with their name on it. And however many they have purchased will be reflected on that card. So that when I pull your name, you get your max of coins right then and there. And these coins are $2 a piece. We're working on the paperwork now. That's why we're being so quiet. Can't chew gum and think at the same time, so I just have to do things one thing at a time. Not quite smart enough to get any further than that, you know what I'm saying? So we do it at our whatever speed we can get it done, right? So we got Wild Bill for 10. We got James Worley. Well, actually, I go back. We got Jim Fletcher for 10. Farm Dog for 5. Jeff Dunn for 5. Deanne for 6. Wild Bill for 10. James Worley gets 10. Midnight Silver Run gets 5. Adam Chambers for 8. Stonecutter for 5. This is pretty much going to give everyone a chance to get in. We got 500 coins here. I have no idea what's in this bag, but I certainly hope it's full of 1972 double dice. Or 1971 double dice for that matter. 71 double dice would be really, really nice. We're down to Stonecutter for his 5. Steve looking for silver gets 10. Shannon McCord gets 5. Ben QP probably tells me that he wants the maximum number, so we will give Copper Kingdom 10. He says 10 down below. What QP? Oh, he was a row low. QP is just before 1-0. I get it. Guaranteed copper as far as I can tell. Evening, Coin Dragon. We're going to let her finish that up. Let me see. Oh, do I need more rows? I guess I need more rows, don't I? Go. We have more. We have more. Let me see how many we've done so far. Just make sure that I'm not going to oversell. Okay, we're probably going to need to stop when we get to the bottom of the current. Mike Birchman wants 10. Hawkeye got 10. Kevin Speaks got 10. Copper Kingdom gets his 10. Stephen Elliott wants 5. Akram Khatib wants 10. Don't count Copper Kingdom again. He got his 10 already. Robert Adams wants 10. Donald Harmon gets 10. Aaron T. Barron wants 5. You guys are going to want to stick around. I got a giveaway coming up. Anybody who's taken off needs to hang out for a minute. As soon as I get done with this, I'll announce it. Got to get done here first. We had a very kind donation come to us. Very kind donation. It came to us. It was mailed to me, but it came to us. What we're going to do, we are going to open a roll. And that roll is going to be given away to everybody who comes in and tells me they want one. But it's going to be after a little while. We're not there yet. Got JLB's 5 more in there. We got Shannon McCord. Wanted 5 more. New Marshall gets his 10. Akram can't add 5 because we can only do 10 per person. Actually, Robert, these are going to be Philadelphia coins most likely because it's a return to Washington Assay Office. The Washington Assay Office was definitely in the Philadelphia zone for shipping coins. So these are likely not Denver coins and they're likely not San Francisco coins. Benjamin Marler gets his 5. New Marshall gets 10. Matt Valley, if you have registered with us, have you registered with us? That'd be my first question. And the answer to your question would be yes. If you are registered, I can send you an invoice. That's how I charge, by PayPal invoice. I don't see where I have you registered though. If I can get you registered, you send us an email. There's no need to give up any of them. We're good. We can handle it. We got it. We got this. Okay, Shannon McCord got 5 more. Mike Birchman, make sure that I had him in for 10. I do have Mike Birchman in for 10. Copper Kingdom got no more that I can give to people. I'm limiting this to 10 per person. Wild Bill, you already got 10. Matt Valley wants 10, but I don't know who Matt Valley is right now. Let me know if you have registered with us. You have registered. You recently sent an email. Okay, Matt Valley gets 10. If I can send you an invoice, I'll invoice you for 10 of them. If I can't send you an invoice, I'll just skip. But I will look for your information. Blue Sandy wants 3. Matt Valley gets his 10. And that's okay. We do have Matt's information. Okay. That's gonna finish us off. We've got quite a number of them. I don't want to do too many because then it makes the show too long. That's why I have to limit it to 10 per person. And so we will just move on with the next item up for bids. I appreciate it, folks. Thank you very much for your bids. Thank you very much for everything. Now, this is a 1956D RPM number 16. It is, let me get the coin here real quick. Yeah. MS66 red. It's NX MS66 red. Let me switch over another. We're going to start this one off at the very bottom. We do have a reserve set on this. But let's take a look at the coin. This is another one of those that has the D in the tail of the 9 of the date. And this one you can see very clearly is there. Turn the light down on. I'm going to get this so that you can see it real well. You can see that D down in the tail of the 9 of the date. It's pretty clear, especially on this coin. This is an earlier dice date coin. We started the bidding at nothing, but we're up to $55 now. $65 of silver nitrate. $65 of silver nitrate. This is an MS66 reg coin. This is a condition census coin, meaning it's one of the nicest ones ever graded. We're up to $70 currently with Eric Buyer. Now we're at 75 with silver nitrate. We do have a reserve on this. It's set just a little higher than that. Eric Buyer at $80. This is the only one of these that I have in this condition. This is a super nice coin. Silver nitrate at $85. Zoom in on this one. Eric Buyer goes $100, and that'll pull my reserve. No more reserve. This coin will sell. Come on. There we go. There's a little better look at that nice little D down at the bottom of the 9. Eric Buyer at $100 has our current high bid. We're looking for $110. At $100 bid, looking for $110. $110 bid from silver nitrate. We'll take this coin if nobody bids higher. Yep, this is a 66. This is probably the nicest one ever graded. All that going on behind the date. That would be die scratches. We have a little bit of a mark on the inside of the 9. That little triangular shaped mark on the inside of the 9 is pretty common. Just a part of the design, I suppose. Part of how they cut the 9 into the master. The little thing in the middle of the 6 is also rather common. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it is rather common. The rest of all that stuff going on behind the date, die scratches. There's a little crack between the 9 and the 5. You can see very clearly that there's a D down there. In the tail of the 9 of the date. That's the big selling factor on this one. Silver nitrate gets this one for $110. I do appreciate your bid, sir. Thank you to everyone else for your bids. And let's go back and keep moving along. Now, this one right here, I would say, is probably the nicest coin I have running this evening, except that it's not. But it is a stupid nice coin. I mean stupid nice. 1946 Philadelphia Lincoln Wheat Cent MS67 Red. MS67 Red is one of the highest grades this coin is known in. And MS68 Red would be worth $8,000 to $10,000. So this at an MS67 Red at $595 is running just about $100 below its value. So at $595, if I have a taker at $595, we can talk about it. $595 is the starting bid on this coin. If anybody wants to bid, go ahead and throw it out there now so we know that there's some interest. Otherwise, we will just have to move on. 1946 Philadelphia Lincoln Cents and MS67 Red are extremely scarce. I think there have been less than 30 of them graded, with only 1 or 2 finer. I'm hearing crickets in case somebody wants to come out and say something about this one. Come out and say that they want to take it. $595 is my start bid on this one. Current NGC value for this is $695. YouTube lagging, I'll give it another minute. Anybody wants to jump out here at $695? $595 is our current take. $695 is its value. $595 will get you this coin. Unfortunately, it is $595, not $5.95. Okay, so no interest at $5.95. Let me move on to the next item. Our next item is the grade lower, an MS66 red, the 1946 Philadelphia Lincoln Cent MS66 red. I'm going to start this one off at $32. These are worth over $50 in this condition. Notice the difference in value between the 66 and the 67. You're talking about the difference between $50 and $700. What held this one back from a plus designation? Probably the strike. The strike is just a little bit weak to be calling it anything better than a 66 flat. Got a duck back out for a bit. Got a chicken back out for a bit. Got the quack back out for a bit. Got a... I don't know what he's saying. Haven't figured it out. All I know is that he's gone for the moment. 1946 Lincoln Cent. The 1946 Philadelphia Lincoln Cent in MS66 red by NGC starting at $36. Got a duck back out. Got a duck back out. Okay, I get it. I understand. $32 Paul Hampton gets us a starting bid on this one. $32 for this 1946 Lincoln Cent NGC MS66 red. Got a $32 bid looking for $33. Akram comes in at $34. $34 bid, and Paul Hampton comes back at $35. Paul Hampton at $35 to keep this one alive. Got a coin worth a minimum of $50 here. Akram bids $38 to keep this one moving. And Paul Hampton at $40. Paul Hampton at $40 has a current high bid on this one. We got Paul and Akram bidding on this one. Akram's at 42, Paul 40. That's after Akram's bid at 38. I can say your name. I promise I can say it. Not as easy to say as it might appear. $42 to Akram. Looking at Akram, $42. All right, I tell you what. Let's cut the bidding out on this one. I tell you what I can do. Looks like we've got two people making bids on this one. We've got Paul Hampton and Akram. I've got two of them. And give it to each of you, bidding topped. I can offer it to each of you at $40. How does that sound? And give Paul one for $40 and then give Akram one for $40. If you like that idea, just let me know. And they both say thank you. I do have a third one. If anybody wants one at $40, I can offer it at $40. That's the cheapest I can offer it at, but I do have one additional coin. 1946 and MS66 red. I'll give it just a minute for people to make a decision, but if you want one of these at $40, I do have one additional coin at $40. Or if either one of the two of you would like an additional coin at $40, I'll sell it to you at $40. D-Rod says he's in. D-Rod, do we have your bidding information? Want to make sure that we know who you are so that we can send you an invoice. C-Rod, we do have you. Okay. Do have your information. So C-Rod gets the last coin at $40. Midnight Silver Run, sorry, you were just a little bit too late on that one. Let me get him thrown in there here real quick. There we go. We're good. Okay, next coin. Next coin up is a 1946S. 1946S Lincoln Cent in NGC MS66 red. This is a 66. Yeah, this is 66. So a 1946S and MS66 red. We're going to start this one off at $14. GLB gives us a bid of $16. $16 bid will get us started on this one. $16 bid, Akram bids $20. So $20 to keep it going. Paul Hampton comes in at $25. This one, in my personal opinion, should have reached 67. This should have been a 67 coin. There must be something about it that I didn't quite like. Maybe that the strike was too soft or something. I have no idea exactly what it was, but it didn't get a 7 for whatever reason. So C-Rod comes in at 28, Silver Nitrate at 30, Paul Hampton at 35. Probably because of 67, it'd be a really high dollar coin. So Paul Hampton at 35. Akram comes in just a little late at $30. This is the only one of these I have. So Paul Hampton at $35 is our current high bidder. C-Rod is out. Hoop hoop. You remind me. Shows. I did not make it to the Charlotte show this past weekend because I had too many other things going on. And pretty much a last minute decision told me that I would be better off doing what I needed to do around here rather than going to a show. So I stayed home. However, this coming weekend on Saturday, I will be at the Greenville, South Carolina show. It's actually Spartanburg, South Carolina. There'll be a show in Spartanburg this coming weekend. And I'll be at Spartanburg this coming weekend at the show. So we sold this one to Paul Hampton at $35. What is the toughest S on the fourth 6? Toughest S on the fourth. I'm not sure I understand that. What is the toughest S on the fourth 6? You've been sick? Oh. All right, C-Rod will be right back. I don't know the answer to your question, Stephen, because I don't understand the question. Sorry. Toughest S on the 46. The toughest S on the 46? You mean the toughest grade? I believe 67 is the highest grade. Oh, the 40. Okay, the toughest S on the 46S. I get it. This is the sans serif S. This is the one without serifs. There is a serif S, and then there's one called the ball serif S. The ball serif is the toughest one to get. The ball serif is only about 19% of all the 46S's made. This one's going to be in Spartanburg, Kudzeres. Oh, if it weren't so far from Charleston, I understand. So it would be the ball serif that's the hardest one to get. Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to move on. We're going to do something that is unprecedented. I received this from a gentleman in the mail. Mail call came. And I received this roll. This is a Tales roll, but it is a 2020 roll. It's a 2020 roll of Lincoln Cents. Brand new, brand spanking new. And it's going to come to you absolutely free. And here's how. We're going to do a reveal on this and look for any double dies. But what we're going to do is we're going to look for double dies as we're going through giving coins out to people for free. But I can only give one coin per person because I want you guys to have an opportunity to get one. And this includes all of my admins. Anyone else who happens to be here, anybody who happens to be here, you can get a roll for free. The problem is, if you have bid on other things today, it can come to you absolutely free with no cost at all. If you have not bid on other things today, I'm going to have to bill you in PayPal for a 50 cent, basically 50 cents, to be able to get my envelope and everything else out to you. And so that I've got your address, so that I can create a shipping label and actually process the shipping to you. So if you are not registered with us, you will have to register with us in order to participate in this. And you can register with us with a quick email right now. You have to send it to coppercoinspayments@gmail.com. Okay, coppercoinspayments@gmail.com. And Jessica, this is listed under CRH 76. CRH 76, it's a 2020p original roll. We're going to do this one per person, and it is at no cost to you. One per person, get it now, 2020p. All you got to do is say bin. You get a 2020p Lincoln Cent. If you've already got a package, it's going to come to you absolutely free. If you don't already have a package, I'm going to have to give you a 50-cent invoice to pay a 50-cent invoice to be sure that I get at least some of my postage cut back to me on this. I know it's going to cost me more than that to get it to you, but that's fine. It'll come in an envelope with a stamp. So it's to the first 50 people. So where are you going from? I've got Farm Dog as first. Adam Chambers. Jeff Dunn. You're down a full screen. Jessica, you're down a full screen from my start on this. So you can go ahead and just throw the people in there. Farm Dog, and Adam Chambers, Jeff Dunn, J.O.B., Deanne. I still have to ask permission of the person who sent this if I have permission to give his name out. And if I do have permission to give his name out, it will be during the actual reveal, where he will be present. Whether he actually says anything or not is completely outside of my control, but he will be there. to watch the reveal happen because he wants to see me go through this roll and he wants to see what double dice come out of this if they do. So we've got Farm Dog, Adam Chambers, Jeff Dunn, J.O.B., Deanne, Chuck Patillo, Matt Valley, Stonecutter, Silver Nitrate, Paul Hampton, Steve Looking for Silver, Midnight Silver Run, Joe McBride, James Worley, Marshall, Benjamin Marler, Hidden Numismatist, Aaron T. Barron, Steve Elliott, Jim Fletcher, Blue Sandy, Copper Kingdom, Mike Birchman, Eric Beyer, Hidden Numismatist, Vidal Gonzalez, Wild Bill, Kevin Speaks, Coin Junkie, Anna McCord, to make absolutely certain that I've only got 50 of them here because I can't plan on more than 50, that's for sure. Yeah, I do have 50. So I got Coin Junkie, Shannon McCord, Jim Fletcher, Akram, Copper Kingdom, okay, Aaron T. Barron, I believe I already had you in there. I already had him in there. Vidal Gonzalez is already in there. Hawkeye. Hawkeye needs to go in. Mike Birchman. Already in. Don Harmon. Don Harmon needs to go on. Levels needs to go on there. The Cone needs to go in there. Put Avery Ketchens on there. Brad K. Go ahead and put Avery Ketchens in. Brad K. Okay, is that all I have? Does anyone who has not spoken up so far want to get in on this? Anyone who has not already spoken up, let me know now if you want in. It's absolutely free to you, except for 50 cents for shipping and handling. Listen up for a moment. Listen for your name. If I get your name on here, that means you are already in. Farm Dog, Adam Chambers, Jeff Dunn, J.O.B., Deanne H., Chuck Patillo, Matt Valley, Stonecutter, Silver Nitrate, Paul Hampton, Steve Looking for Silver, Midnight Silver Run, Benjamin Marler, Cuds Are Us, Hidden Numismatist, Aaron T. Barron, Stephen Elliott, Jim Fletcher, Blue Sandy, Copper Kingdom, Mike Birchman, Eric Beyer, Vidal Gonzalez, Wild Bill, Kevin Speaks, Coin Junkie, Shannon, Jim Fletcher, Akram Khatib, Donald Harmon, Hawkeye, EA, Levels of Madness, Dacone 710, Avery Ketchens, and Brad K. Hello, Madding. Joe McBride says he wants in. Get Joe McBride on there. Jeff Dunn. Jeff Dunn, if you all calling everyone who wants a 2020 Lincoln Cent for free. I did say your name earlier, Joe McBride, did I? Not this time around. We'll get you on there because you weren't on there already. Oh, we got Jeff Dunn on there. Okay. Already got Jeff Dunn on there. Joe McBride was not on there, and now Joe McBride is. Okay, we're going to put a reserve on the rest of them. Just go ahead and hit reserve for the rest of them. We'll let people show up, and as they show up... Oh, Matting will take one. Okay. Okay, we're going to hit reserve on the rest of them, and if you guys show up and have not already gotten in on it, I'll let you get in on one for free. Otherwise, we'll just give the others away. Jessica, if you want one, you can go ahead and put yourself in for one. And then on that note, we will move on to our last two items up for bid this time around. This is one of them. 1948 Philadelphia Lincoln Wheat Cent in NGC MS67 red. There's only one coin nicer than this. This is near the top grade. The top pop coin, 1948 Lincoln Cent in NGC MS67 red. Start this one at $995. This is at least a $1,400 coin, starting at $995. Any interest in a 1948 Lincoln Cent NGC MS67 red at $995? $995 is start bid on this one. Okay, I'll take that as a no. Starting bid $995. Give it 1 minute. Let you guys catch up to the feel of things here. Let's get in the groove. 1948 Lincoln Cent. This is one of the nicest known 1948 Lincoln Cents out there. Okay, we'll go ahead and skip this one and move on to the feature coin of the night. Feature coin of the night in the very last auction lot. 1955 double die Lincoln Cent. This is the king. This is a genuine 1955 double die Lincoln Cent. We're going to start this one off at a minimal bid. You guys can go ahead and get started on it. Started bidding on this at whatever you want to bid. We do have a reserve set on this one. I will tell you that the reserve is over $1,000. Cent order will give 500 silver nitrate at 1,000. Silver nitrate at $1,000 is a high bid right now. Silver nitrate willing to push $1,000 on this one. Get $1,100 out of Copper Kingdom. Looking for anyone to bid. Akram bids $1,050. Copper Kingdom's $1,100 bid is our current high bid. We do have a reserve on this that has to be met. You bid $1 because you wanted to say you bid on it. I get it. I understand. $11.50. Akram's got the highest bid right now at $1,150. $12.50 for Copper Kingdom. Copper Kingdom at $12.50 is our current high bidder. This is the king of double dies, folks. This is the nicest double die known in United States coinage. Wild Bill bids $1,400. A $1,400 bid right now. If you look at the nose and the lips on this thing, they're actually doubled. Every feature on this coin is doubled. It's just not as easy to tell in the bust as it is on the lettering because the lettering is so nicely doubled. It is a mint state example. Copper Kingdom bids $1,500. That takes down our reserve. Copper Kingdom will take this coin at $1,500 with no further bids. Got a $1,500 bid looking for 16. $1,500 looking for 1550, 16. Then Hoarder, you might be able to put your butt on a corner, but you'd probably have to leave it there, wouldn't you? Your daughter said she wants this. Sorry, Bug. And Wild Bill comes back at $1,550. Thank you, sir. Wild Bill at $1,550. That happens to be the king of double dies. The best one known, the most obvious one known with the largest spread, 1955 Lincoln Cent. DDO number 1. Copper Kingdom bid $1,700. I feel like I should have like this marble hammer and a wooden block. This is a very nice coin. I really like it. I wish I could keep it. I don't even own one of these. This one is a consignment coin that came in to me to be sold. He says it's okay, Uncle Chuck? Okay. No, we can get her a Chinese copy. Oh, silver nitrate is out. Copper Kingdom has our current high bid at $1,700. You feel like you should be smoking or something? How about drinking a mint julep or a martini? We got Copper Kingdom at $1,700 going once. Yeah, the reserve has been met. Reserve is already met and is over. The reserve was $1,500. That was my minimum that I had to sell this for. We do have a $1,700 bid, and it has been sold to Copper Kingdom at $1,700. $1,700. Congratulations, and thank you very much, Copper Kingdom. You now own a 1955 double die. I am actually envious. Okay, folks, we've got two more things that I want to talk to you about. The two more things that I want to talk to you about are roll reveals. We've got this one right here. This is a 1950S roll. It is from the Manufacturers Trust Company. The end of the roll right here has been torn, but it has not been torn enough that any coins could come out, so this roll is still original. It's slightly brown on the ends, but it should be nice and bright red in the middle. The 1950S roll, 1950S. We're going to be offering these up at $5 a piece. We're going to make it a limit of 5 coins per person. So $5 each, limit of 5 per person. This is going to be a reveal that'll happen this week. Go ahead and go now. They're going to run out a little quicker than I thought they were because I did not figure there would be as many people interested because of the level. The GLB takes 2. Joe McBride takes 5. Eric Beyer takes 5. Silver nitrate for 5. Matting takes 2. Farm Dog with 2. Deanne with 3. Adam Chambers takes 3. Jim Fletcher with 5. Look, we're going to run out before we get to the end. So Jim Fletcher with 5. Stephen Elliott with 2. Shannon McCord with 5. Paul Hampton gets 3. New Marshall will get 5. Probably bring us close to the end. Be able to give Chuck Patillo his 2, and Rudy Alfaro will get 1. Rudy Alfaro will get 1. That will close out this roll. That's all 50 coins in the roll. So my apologies to Wild Bill, Don Harmon, C-Rod, Stonecutter, Vidal Gonzalez, Kevin Speaks, Mike Birchman, Cuds Are Us, Akram Khatib, Midnight Silver Run. Don't have any of these left. But we do have, from the American Trust Company, San Francisco, California. American Trust Company, San Francisco, California. These are 1956D. 1956D, nice, bright, shiny roll. Original BU roll. We're going to do these at $2 a piece. Wait till I tell you to start. Don't start yet. 1956D, $2 each. Limit of, let's say 2 per person. So I know where we're going with this. There you go. 1956D, $2 each. Limit of 2 per person. Go now. If it gets to where I need to go ahead and fill in more people, we can after I'm done with this initial run. Don't think I will. Okay, gets 2. Midnight Silver Run gets 2. Fire gets 2. This is the last item we have for sale this evening. Last thing we have for sale this evening. Next week's sale takes place on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But we do have a sale in between those. We'll have a sale this weekend. It's going to be Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Time. 3 p.m. Central Time. Jessica will be doing her 4th, I believe, sale for the CNLA Weekend Edition with your host, Jessica Johnson. 3 p.m. Central Time on Sunday. Then we'll come right back here at 8 p.m. Eastern Time next Tuesday. Paul Hampton got 2, Joe McBride for 2, Silver Nitrate for 2, Jim Fletcher for 2, Chuck Patillo for 2. Farm Dog got 2, Jeff Dunn for 2, James Worley for 2. Elliott gets 2. Anna McCord will get 2. Wild Bill will get 2. Deanne will get 2. Mike Birchman will get 2. New Marshall will get 2. Adam Chambers for 2. Matting for 2. Donald Harmon for 2. Steve looking for silver we'll get to. After Steve looking for silver, it looks like we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 spots left, which will go to Kevin Speaks and Vidal Gonzalez. Fortunately, out of this roll will be Akram Khatib Cent Hoarder, Levels of Madness, Hawkeye, Vidal. Let's see, Vidal already got in. Treasure Troll will be out, and Blue Sandy will be out. Cuz or Us, I don't have the times available right now. I have decided what I'm going to do is as soon as I make these times, I am going to send an email to everyone, let them know. Everyone who's involved in the roll reveals, I will let you guys know exactly when they will be coming up. But I don't have them ready to post right now like I usually do. A little bit late getting everything together this time around, so my apologies for not being 100% ready for everything. But it is what it is, and I do appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate you guys coming around. I am done. This is it. And we've got, wow, we've got 50 people watching. Awesome. 50 people watching. We've got 63 likes. We're doing great. So Jessica's got a bunch of really cool stuff to auction off for this weekend. So you guys need to make sure that you go take a look. She's really working on that computer budget, really wants to try to get that computer together. I've done about the best I can do for this evening. I appreciate everyone being here. Well, Bill, you too. You have a great evening. I don't know. Yes, are you getting close? I think she's getting close. I think she's over $800 now. We're going to do what we're working on is a computer. We're going to microscope, camera, Photoshop for the computer. You too, Deanne. Tell Scott I said hi. Akram, I appreciate it. What I'll do is I'll send you a new invoice, and the new invoice will have the subtracted amount as a discount for the stuff that is not going to ship from the previous invoice, and then I will explain it all on paper when I send it to you. I did send you the previous packing slips that do have all of the slabbed items that you bought. Your slabbed items did not come in the package. I think you got 7 slabbed items, and I only had 3 of the 7, so I have to take off for the other 4. And at roughly $65, $70 a piece, we're talking about over $70 a piece for 4 items would be $280. So we're talking about over $200. Thank you, Mr. Harmon. Appreciate you. Have a great night too. Eric Beyer. You have a great night, sir. I feel like the guy at the back of the movie theater. You know, after everyone's already come in, they've paid their dues. They're in there. They're watching their movie, and then when the movie's over and they're rolling the credits, the guy who owns the theater opens the back door and he's there shaking people's hands, saying "Thank you for coming." That's what I feel like. I feel like that guy. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming out. Yeah, my office is a mess, isn't it? Got to get things cleaned up. Absolutely, definitely. Avery, I'll send you an email. I appreciate it, Copper Kingdom. Yeah, or the Reverend after church. There you go. Be the case too. Thank you, James. Hope you and the wife have a good week. I've got how many reveals did I promise this week? 4, right? I've got 1 that's got a whole bunch of coins, and I've got 3 rolls. So I'll be taking care of all of these by the time the Q&A rolls on Thursday. That'll be 8:30 Eastern time. I don't know whose channel it's on this week. I think it might be Mantic or... Oh, I wish I had somebody from there to come in and just tell me. Maybe I'll start communicating with them and I'll do a little spiel for them before I leave for the night. All right, Sin Hoarder, I'll watch Facebook for your question. Well, I appreciate it, Stephen. Appreciate it very much. Copper Kingdom, you are welcome to email as many questions as you like. I give answers for free. If you want correct answers, I charge for those. Thank you, Mr. Hampton. Once in a while, a guy just needs a break. He's got to be able to fill out everything that he's promised and get done everything. Hidden, my next auction is going to be next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I'm going to be taking the first Tuesday of every week off from here on out so that I can get other things done. Catch up on my break, catch up on my auctions and stuff. And I may actually change it over to a different Thursday or a different Tuesday that I take off. I'm considering the third Tuesday. But for right now, it'll be the first Tuesday of every month. I may wait till the third Tuesday in April. But there's going to be a Tuesday every month that I use for catching up on inventory. My Lincoln Cent store is actually running out of inventory. And the reason it's running out of inventory is because I've not had any time to add inventory. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make myself the right amount of time to get more stuff done. So the next auction will be next Tuesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Okay. So, folks, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And thanks for being here. Thank you to Jessica and all my other admins out there who've been helping out and who insist on continuing to come back and help me out. And I absolutely appreciate every single one of them. Contact me directly at cd@coppercoins.com. It's just cd@coppercoins.com. Just use my initials. Vidal, what I'll do is I'll just send you an invoice just for the reveal stuff, and you can pay that. And then should we do an order through the store or you contact me directly with regard to things that you're looking for, I do take want lists. I can fill want lists, and I can work with you on a one-on-one basis. But holding invoices and holding off on shipping and holding off on payments on stuff and things is just a little too difficult for me as one person to try keeping track of. All right, so folks, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you guys for everything that you do for me. And I will catch you on the flip side.